Hi guys, welcome to Reensplace. Today I thought I'd do a short video on my new Philips pasta making machine. What I picked was the spaghetti, what is this thing called? The spaghetti die for the front. And I'm going to make a double batch. So we've used the machine before just one time, so it's not my first time using the machine, but it is my first time making spaghetti with it. We're doing a quick dinner. So what I have done already is I have a jar of store-bought sauce on the stove warming up, and then I had some leftover, they're like big hamburger buns that I made some garlic bread. I'm going to throw them in the broiler, and we're just going to make the spaghetti now. Okay, so what we're going to do is, again, double batch. It's so easy. They give you the cup for liquids, so I'm going to start by putting 2 eggs in. If it was a single batch, you would do 1 egg. Tommy, would you get me a fork, please? I have my son helping me. Okay, so what I like to do is I put the 2 eggs in, and I like to give them a little scramble. Am I doing it on? No, probably not. And then I'm just going to fill it with water to the second line here because I'm making a double batch. So let me go add some water. I can't see you because I'm blind. Okay, so now I'm here. The line is right here by my finger. So there's like some bubbles above it, but the liquid is right to it. And I'm just mixing it up with the eggs again. What I'm also going to need is they provide you with this cup measure. It's not a cup. I think it's a cup and 3/4 if I'm correct. But I need 2 of these to make a double batch. So what I did was, you don't have to do this, but I feel like it makes it easier. I took the scale off my bread machine. I'm just going to turn it on. I'm going to zero it out with the cup on it. The units is grams, which it already is, and I'm going to do 500 grams, so each container should be 250 grams. And again, you could just fill the cup up twice. If you are going to just fill it up and not use a scale, don't take the cup and dip it. Like, pour the flour into it. You'll have a more accurate read on it. Okay. It's 182. I'm at 215, 227, 230, 240. Ooh, 247, 249. I'm getting there. 250. Okay, so if you could see the cup, right, it's a little over the top, but that's 250 grams. So maybe if you're really going to buy the machine, you might want to invest in a cheap digital scale like that. Again, it measures in grams. And I'm going to do the same thing again because it's a double batch. And yeah, flour all over the place, but I don't care. I'm at 175, I think. 241. That's how you know it's homemade, because you've made a big mess. Woo! 257 I'm at. I could make myself crazy doing this all day long. I probably will. How much do I have on the scale? I don't know. $250. Pour that in. And all over your counter as well, because that's... Okay, clean that up later. Okay, and now all you're going to do, it's so easy, put the top back on. The little spout thing that's going to, where you're going to put the egg in is on your left-hand side here. And you just, using the machine buttons up here, you're going to turn it on, power. Then I'm going to pick over here, see the blinking thing going back and forth? One of them is for a single, and one is for a double. So I'm going to use the cup measure thing here until it says 2, which is going to take me 15 minutes. and then this is the start button. And if you can see, it just starts moving the flour around. And then I'm going to give this one more little stir here. And then you're just going to slowly pour it in while it's going around. And this is it. What I forgot to do is get a plate. So as soon as I get this egg in, I'm going to run and get a plate. Otherwise, I have spaghetti on the floor. Okay. That's it. The machine does the rest of it. All you have to do is catch the spaghetti now. And it comes together really fast. And like I said, the last time I made a single batch. And I think the single batch only takes like 9 minutes. So I have, like I said, I bought some store-bought sauce because honestly it tastes better than what I can make. And I used some leftover rolls to make some garlic bread. I got the broiler on so I can throw them underneath when I got the pasta water. I don't know if I had the pasta water on. Let me see. Okay, I just put the pasta water on. And what I can do is, so you don't have to watch this stirring, I can come back when it starts extruding the pasta. Okay, so we are like 3 minutes in. Is that right? Or did I do the math wrong?
I don't know how much it started at.
15?
Yeah.
We're 3 minutes in, and it's starting to move the pasta in the different way, and it's starting to extrude the spaghetti from the front here. Tom, you want to hold it for me? So all you have to do is take your little scraper thing that they give you, and when it's long enough, as long as you want it, you just cut it off with this. I don't know how long we plan on making it. Okay, and another thing, if your dough feels like sticky coming out, it's probably because you don't have a scale. But if it does feel like it's sticking together, just throw a little flour on it while it's coming out so it doesn't all stick together. If you weren't going to eat all of this, you could use, they gave you a pasta drying rack. It's made out of like wooden dowels. You could put that together. I'm going to put this right in the water, so I'm not going to bother drying it, but you could, okay. You could definitely do what?
Dry it and save it for later.
Yeah, you could dry it on the rack, and then when it's dry, you could, you know, put it in the freezer in a Ziploc bag and have it another day. And then, so, how simple is this? And I honestly think, because the measurements, like I said, they give you their own cups, and that's not a cup measure. I believe it's a cup and 2/3 is what I think. This is just regular all-purpose flour and eggs and water. I do have some semolina flour that I'd like to give a try next time. And, I mean, look at that. They're not sticking together. This is going to be a lot of pasta, like, I think that's going to be more than what the three of us can handle, but we'll give it a whirl. I mean, if you look in the machine, there's still a lot in the machine. And definitely, like they say on the commercial, but for real, have your water ready, because this pasta, I made the, it's like a penne rigate the other day, and that, I think it was like 5.5 minutes to cook it, and that's the real thick one. So I'm imagining spaghetti is going to be like, you know, 3 minutes probably. So I have the pasta waters ready. I warmed my sauce up already. When I throw this in the water, I'm going to throw the garlic bread underneath the broiler, and everything will be done. I mean, look at this. You like this? Mm-hmm. You're going to have one in your kitchen, aren't you? I think I just sold another pasta machine. Okay. That's good, you think? I really do like this machine. I really feel this is like double than what we need though. Another thing you could do if you make too much pasta, you can boil it all up, cook it all, drain it, and then you can dry it in your dehydrator. And then when it's done, you could store it, like if you wanted to store it in little like nests, you could store it in like a mason jar or something like that. And then it's literally will be like heat and eat, like reconstituting it, not even cooking it because it's already cooked. You could do that with just boiling water. It would be like cup and noodle kind of thing. Which would also be good if anybody does do a lot of dehydrating. You could make your noodles, cook them, dehydrate them, and then when you use like your dehydrated celery and carrots and bouillon, you could do like a meal in a jar, like a soup in a jar mix. Just boil some water, and I mean, you can even use it as gifts or something, or if somebody doesn't feel well. Bless you. I'm going to just throw a little bit. I don't really think we need it, but I'm slightly paranoid. Because the pastas do come out of the machine slightly warm. Feel it? Slightly warm? No? That's a lot of pasta. I don't know how much you could... I could eat like this much. I mean, that's a good deal of pasta. Okay, so what is 1 2/3 and 1 2/3 is what? It's 2 2/3 cups of flour and 2 eggs and a little bit of water. Ooh, I think that's long enough. We're gonna need a bigger bolt. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? So the moral of this story is if you're a single person or 2 people, definitely make the 1 cup, unless you want to have leftovers. It's a lot of leftovers. But you know what? You could do different things. Like if you were going to make, one of the ladies in one of my groups, and I'm sorry, but I don't remember which one, she makes a bunch of pasta, like all at one time. She makes enough for her family to have for a month. And then what she does, she doesn't cook it or dry it or anything. She does dry it, but I mean, she doesn't dehydrate it. What she does is she will do different kinds, and then she makes it like small portions and dries them. I keep saying dries. She puts them in small portions on a cookie sheet and freezes them, and then she throws them all in Ziploc bags, and she makes enough so her teenage children, if they want, can come home and throw a portion size into some water and just use like buttered noodles and Parmesan cheese on it, which is smart. Yeah, see, now the machine's warming up. And we're getting near the end of the batter, and it's getting a little sticky. I'm going to throw a little more in there. Okay, so now what it's doing is it's getting low, so it goes the opposite direction, and it's going to push whatever leftover dough is in the machine. It's going to push it forward, and then it'll extrude the very last little bit of it. What I did learn the other night is that I took the pieces apart to clean, but I didn't clean them right away, and I couldn't get the die. It was a 2-piece die to make the penne rigate. So what I had to do was let it soak, and then I was able to then move the centerpiece out. I just soaked it in a cup of hot water with some dish detergent, and then it was good to go. But because I didn't do it right away, which this is a 2-part die, I believe. I'm not even sure. I could be wrong.
1 part.
It's a 1-part die.
The other one's a 2-part because it has a hole.
What's that?
The penne rigata is a 2-part because it has a hole in the center.
Okay. How did I get that on? Things that make you go, Okay, so let me show you the piece real quick. What happened is that I didn't take it out right away. And my husband had gone to bed, and my hands are not great, so I couldn't get this piece out. You have to push them in. And so what I had to do is I couldn't get this piece out. So what I had to do is soak it until like the pasta that was stuck in there was able to, separate it. But once I separated it, it cleaned like that. Like seriously, no cleanup time whatsoever. And I'm going to tonight because I learned my lesson. Now as you can see, it's not as pretty coming out because it's the end, but that's you know, it all tastes the same going down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this right out. I can even show you real quick. I'm going to take it right out, and then that will be, you know, done. And cleanup is like, there's this top piece, there's the plastic bin that it's all mixed in, there's the actual wheel, there's the die, and then there's a plastic, this actual plastic piece right here. That's it. And the that auger that's mixing the pasta around, it is like such a heavy duty like Teflon thing on there. It reminds me of like my bread pan. Like the bread pan, you literally, my bread pan, you could just wipe it right out. Like it's so, hang on, the water's boiling. Is that anything happening there or no?
Doesn't look like it. A little bit.
Do you want to know that I was being generous and I believe I gave her a spaghetti spoon? Oh well. Oh no, I have another. Come on now, you already didn't have this one. Okay, so I feel like the pasta is done. Still coming out? It's done. And then my water is boiling. It's still coming out. You lied, Tom. Look at this pasta. Isn't that nice? I'm going to have to get a picture of this. Okay, you watch the machine. Chuck, may I have my phone, please? I'd like to take a picture. I'm still filming. Okay. So I think that this is done. Okay, we're done over here. That's going to just keep going, and it'll push it out, but it won't be enough for it to fall, so I'm not concerned about it. We're just going to swing around. And into my boiling pot of water, I'm going to add a bunch of salt. And I'm going to add the pasta. And I really feel like maybe this is way too much for us.
Yeah.
We have 3 people eating. I didn't even boil enough water to make this much pasta. I don't know how much.
That should be good.
Well, they're stuck together there.
So.
Okay. Put that on the counter. Excuse me, I'm going to go in here. Okay. You think that's enough for you and your father and me?
I think so.
I'm going to put a little bit more in. Because I can. It's not falling on the floor or nothing over there, right?
No.
Okay. So that's going in. My broiler is come to a thing. I'm putting 2 minutes on. Honestly, I don't even know if it's going to take 2 minutes, but we'll give it a whirl. I like it somewhat al dente, but not raw. I cannot believe how quick and easy. Gotta open it up across the ledge. But, okay, I don't know if you want to sit here and watch water boil or not, but I'll come back in 2 minutes and I'll show you the finished product and tell you. Okay, we're back. It was 3 minutes and it's done. I'm going to bring it over to my sink. This sink, by the way, was probably one of my favorite presents ever. I got to pick a birthday present. Holy cow. I got to pick my birthday present, and most people pick jewelry or something like that, but not me. I picked a ginormous sink. I got it from the local Craigslist. It's gigantic. I can clean my canning pots, my big grills. What else can I clean in here? My cookie sheets. They lay in here, and they have plenty of extra room. It's the best thing ever. The only bad thing about having a gigantic sink is that you can fit lots and lots of dirty dishes in it. So, okay, my pasta is draining. I'm going to give it a little shake here. Boy, I'm having a bad wrist and hand day today. Tommy, help me out here. Okay. Whoa! Dishes. It's also Good Friday, so I'm doing lots of different things in my kitchen here. That's why it looks like this. I think I'm going to move it around over here, Tom. I'm going to grab the pasta, you grab the camera. I'm going to just move to the other thing where I'm a little more comfortable. The counter. I got the garlic bread is in the oven. The sauce is done. It's right there, Tom. It's my little spaghetti. Here we go. Okay, again, this is just a store-bought sauce that I like. It's the Russo traditional. Does everybody stir their sauce in with their pasta, or do they put it on top of? I like every noodle covered, so I mix it in. Okay. And that's it. Doesn't that look good? Is it on? Can you bring the camera a little closer so they can see?
Move the pot.
Okay, hang on, let me move the pot. Okay. Let me pull some up. Homemade spaghetti. It took 15 minutes for a double batch. I'm going to have that. Again, I use the jar sauce that we like. If there's something that you like, use that. I didn't even use all that spaghetti. I can freeze this. Whoops! I can freeze this, and you can drop this in water a night when you're by yourself. And we're definitely going to be doing more videos with the pasta machine. We're going to try to do some like udon noodles or something. We're going to do wonton wrappers, ravioli, and be creative. My husband doesn't like regatta cheese, but he likes sausage. We could do sausage and mozzarella stuffed raviolis, which we will be doing. But let me get a plate together, get the garlic bread out of the oven, and I'm going to show you my plated dinner. So you'll be right. Hey guys, I'm back. Everything's done. Again, this is garlic bread that I made from some leftover rolls, a little margarine, a little garlic powder, oregano, some mozzarella cheese, and a little parsley flake on top. There's our homemade spaghetti made in the Philips pasta maker machine. And here's my plate of what I'm going to have for dinner tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit subscribe, share with your friends, and do come back because there will be more pasta maker videos. And don't forget to give us the thumbs up on the video here if you liked it. Alright, I'll see you soon with more videos to come. And don't forget, this is Easter weekend. Today is Good Friday. So the next one we're shooting is stuffed artichokes. So be sure to come back for that one.